is. Okay, so it looks like I'm live here. Before we start, actually, let me just tweet it out just so everyone knows that I am streaming. Okay, wait, hold on. Just making sure. Okay. Streaming. Hashtag the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe on Twitch. Come check it out. And then let me put the link, twitch.tv/my name. Okay. So, I just tweeted that. Here, let me click, actually, English subtitles, confirm. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Yes. So, for the past 2 streams, I have been playing, the Stanley Parable, and I decided that I wanted to buy Ultra Deluxe, because that came out, oh my word, sometime last year, I think, actually. So, I'm going to be playing the Ultra Deluxe right now, and, yeah, we're going to find out. This is my first time playing it, and if you never played Stanley Parable before, and so, well, here you go. We'll find out what this is going to be. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Okay, that's not invisible at all, but barely. I kind of want a little bit brighter, so I'm kind of like that. That's barely visible, in my opinion. So I'm going to do that. I mean, we'll find out. Please enter the current time. Dear goodness, 12. Actual, what's the actual time? Well, we're gonna wait. We're waiting, cause for me, it's 12:06, 40 seconds. So we're gonna wait. Oh no. We're gonna wait this out. 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. 58, 59. Confirmed. Okay. No, accessibility settings can be from the main menu. Okay. Please. I wonder how it's going to start off. Like, this is a man. Huh. Okay. Same layout as the other one. Okay, you're playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So we will begin the game. I think it might just be the same game, but with more endings. Maybe? Yikes, I don't know.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
We're not skipping this.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay,
employee number 427's job was simple.
Okay, why
he
does it
sat
kind
at
of
his
look
desk
cleaner?
in room 427
Like
and he pushed
graphics
buttons on the keyboard.
Like,
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk,
monitor.
telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Whoa, they actually
This is
have...
what employee 427 did every day,
I don't think it ever showed
every
what he
month
did.
of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Good. I'm glad Stanley's happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not
Man, it
one
looks cleaner.
single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, well. Oh, here. Shoot, let me take off my watch. My watch gets in the way of everything a lot. Whoa! Okay, very smoother. Maybe too smooth setting. Controls. Okay, well. Camera sensitivity. Here. This is how it was. I kind of like that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What makes this different? I wonder how many endings are in here now. Interesting. Very interesting.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, well, we will do what it says, what the narrator says at first. Just to see if anything's different or something.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I don't remember. Are these like all... Is this the same thing? Okay. Let's, I guess, keep on going. The broom closet. A favorite ending of ours.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, this kind of looks cleaner. Huh. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Okay. Well, what is this? The beige pages?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
It kind of does look
Shocked,
cleaner.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who
Those are very
orchestrated
flat.
this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2, 8, 4, 5. Okay.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input
Whoa.
the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh my word. That, okay, they changed that. I love that. It got dark. And usually kind of like a weird hole in the ground beforehand. Wait, oh yeah, it looks like something's up there. And I remember used to anything back here? Nah, okay. Oh, wait, there's an up button. Interesting. Wow. Man, I'm enjoying this a lot.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Hello,
It was a
Glenn.
stirring
Welcome
of
to the-
emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
So, right now I am playing, well, it's not showing up on, it might just be on me, but I'm playing Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So, and right now I'm learning, it's pretty much Stanley Parable, but nicer, like, graphics. Whoa, see, like that. Like that was new. There's, like, sparks like that. But I think there might be more endings. So no, I've not played Ultra Deluxe before. I just bought it. I had some money on Steam.
Stanley
like,
walked straight
I'll
ahead
buy
through
it,
the large
so.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, so that's another ending. Right now, I'm just going to do what the narrator says, just to see if it's the same thing. So, you go here.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
I mean,
What
it
horrible
looks
secret did this
different
place
a
hold?
lot.
Stanley
Wait,
thought to
actually,
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I don't know. It's giving back rooms. It kind of does. Like, if you saw the actual office building at first, it's really pretty much the back rooms. I say
Now
even
the
some of
monitors
the
jumped to life.
of the
Their
endings
true nature
look like the
revealed.
back rooms.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
I think
The
my
lives of
desk is
so
over
many
here
individuals reduced to
somewhere.
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom
Okay, I'm
meant
427, 427, 42. Okay, so there's 427. That's the character I play as. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the screen in the middle is Stanley's office. That's pretty cool. Backrooms movie win. Yeah, not gonna lie, I thought I could be wrong, but I thought
This
someone
mind
said
control facility,
that,
it was too horrible
that it
to
might be a
believe. It
movie.
couldn't be
Or,
true.
I mean,
Had
maybe
Stanley
not,
really
who
been
knows?
under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Okay, if you see that catwalk all the way up there, that's a different ending. I'm gonna try to do that. That's probably one of my favorite endings, is getting that catwalk. It was like the start
No.
of an ending.
He refused to believe it.
But,
he
yeah.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Man,
was it even possible?
This is a lot
Had he
different than I
truly
remember.
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah, so each time you get an ending, the game restarts.
But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking,
Okay.
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
I think this room's a little
Stanley
bit different.
decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Honestly, I think beforehand, this room only had this, mind controls, idle, awaiting input. I don't think I've ever had, like, coding on the top and bottom. Turn it off. That's what the narrator said to do. So I turned it off. And this is actually not the actual ending to the game. Like, I think this is called the freedom ending. But this is actually not the true
Blackness
ending.
and a rising chill of
It is
uncertainty.
blackness, wow.
Was it over?
Yeah, you know, you could say the narrator's about
Yes.
it.
He
Ooh.
had won. He had
Okay, this is
defeated the
different.
machine.
It's never shaken before.
Unshackled himself from
Shook.
someone else's
Shaken.
command.
Shook.
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Yeah, that's
Where
the thing.
had his co-workers gone?
Like, you're kind of supposed to do
How
this
had
one
he been
first,
freed
but yeah,
from the machine's
it's
grasp?
just hinting that, oh, there's
What
other
other
things
mysteries
to
did
do.
this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this
Ooh, I wonder
mattered
how
to
much
him.
they changed
For it
this.
was not knowledge or even power that he had been
They
seeking,
really, like, cleaned up the
but
graphics.
happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to
'Cause I
understand,
think Stanley Parable
but
came
to
out,
let
like,
go.
before 2015.
No longer would
maybe around
anyone
that.
tell him where to
And
go,
this came out
what to
last
do,
year.
or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Yeah, okay.
It
I
was
think some
perhaps
graphics
the only
changed.
thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yes, he did.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new
Ooh, there's a
path
bridge all
before
the way over
him.
there.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I like that line. Stanley was happy. Because the intro of the game, well, yeah, it says beat the game. Well, you know what? Because I feel like when you beat the game, that's when the credits roll, and the credits don't roll on that ending. So, okay, actually, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down the endings that I do on stream. So, if I do this again, I'll try to, like, do other things. And I'm not gonna look up anything. I'm not gonna look up other endings. So, I think in the last game, they called it the freedom ending. So, let me write freedom ending. Because I feel like this version has all the same endings. But also, I think it might have some more. Okay, so...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm not gonna do that. I actually kind of want to try... Okay, so it looks like the, World Academy. I could do that one. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the heaven ending yet. Let's do the confusing ending. Yeah, the graphics are good.
When
Like, if
Stanley
you watched
came to a
the other
set of
stream
two open
a few days
doors,
ago,
he entered the door on his left.
no, we're going to the right. But
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
like,
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I should like open
Perhaps
these
he wanted
games
to
side by
stop by the
side
employee
just to
lounge
see
first, just to
what
admire it.
the graphics change. 'Cause,
Yes,
I mean, it looks
truly a
brighter in
room
here,
worth
too,
admiring.
actually.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate,
so
beautifully
I
constructed
do
room.
think
Stanley simply
the
stood
endings
here,
are the same,
drinking
but I
it all
think they
in.
might. I think there are some variations.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. You know, hold on, let me just see. This is like much brighter than what I remember. I'm actually going to do this.
And so he
ending.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're doing the confusing ending. I like the confusing ending. I think it's my favorite. I think a lot of people enjoy that one.
But Stanley didn't want to go
But
back to the
we're
office.
doing it.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
I see what's left. I think it's left first, then right.
From here, it's, Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
It opens.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yes, I'll hold. I think you'll like the confusing ending.
Right,
It's pretty clever.
Down, left, right.
Because I'll just tell you right now, it's not just one ending.
I've got it now.
You have
This
to-
story is absolutely, definitely this way.
It's gonna take a bit too. Like this ending takes a while.
No.
see, look, the cat walked
This
earlier.
isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay.
I will never close my
We just have to
eyes.
get back to,
Wait, what
who
is
am I
that over
kidding?
there?
It's all rubbish now.
Between
The whole
218
story
and
completely
250.
unusable.
Why is it
How
kinda
about,
glitchy
rather than
looking?
waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off
Interesting.
track,
What happened there, I
Okay,
wonder?
from the top.
Okay. So, it reset the game. And some
All of
endings,
his
the
co-workers were
narrator
gone.
resets
What
it
could
for
it
you.
mean?
And
Stanley
sometimes
decided to go to the meeting
like,
room.
the player
Perhaps he had
has to
simply
reset
missed a
it.
memo.
Okay, so I'll go this way.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
Welcome to the back
Everything should be...
rooms, chat.
Oh, did something change? Stanley,
This is where
did
the
you
back
change
rooms
anything
begin.
when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Creepy,
It was
there's
right
so many
here just
doors
a
now.
minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Let's go this way.
Find the story.
We'll kind of just start wandering about. Because we gotta find the story. Let's go this way. Ooh, let's go down this way. Yeah. It's the back rooms. But wait, how do I get back here? Oh, guess I'll go this way.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've
Try
ever
to go
been
as
on.
far
I
as
can
I
promise
can.
you there definitely was a story here before.
What?
Do we just...
How am I
Do we need
back?
to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. Oh, okay. You would live there? You know what? I think I could. I think I could live. I think I
All
could
of his
live in this
co-workers were
office
gone.
building.
What could it mean?
It's so
Stanley
magical.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ooh.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
What
It's
happened to
possible
the
the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction
it's
and see if we
locked.
missed anything?
Ooh. Thank you, narrator, for opening that door. What does that say? Sales in this quarter. Ooh, it plummeting.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The
Ah.
story. Here it comes.
See, look, so when I was walking through this door, this corner right here, this entrance should have been where my office is, like in that little section, but it's not. It's changed. And narrator's voice sounds familiar. I don't know what his work is. If you probably looked up the Stanley Parable
No,
narrator,
wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's
you-
head back the
you might
other way
know.
and retrace our steps.
because this person may have an IMDb. I bet he does a lot of voice acting. Oh, look, what?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
Ooh,
Is this
it's
the
cabin.
story? I don't think so. I
Really,
can't quite
cabin's
recall,
kinda
but I
creepy.
believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
No,
Well,
I
do you
don't
know
remember.
what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
That's it.
I
That's
know
the
you
game.
put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
What?
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Yeah, I
Some
did.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
What?
Okay. I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
I like
don't
it.
care
Let's
what
stay.
might happen this time. I
Let's
have to
stay.
restart.
I can't believe you took away my win. Ooh, Stanley Parable.
All right,
Adventure Line.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I like it how the word line is trademarked too. Can I shut my... I used to. You can shut your own door. Huh, I'm keeping open, I guess, for this ending. So I don't go in there. Yo, okay. Beforehand, you were never allowed to end this section. Because, I don't know, for some reason, I don't know. I just kind of blocked you in this chair. You know, this would be a fun VR game, actually. You know, maybe... I wonder if they do have this as VR. I don't know. I don't have a VR headset. Okay.
You see? The line knows where the story is.
Okay, I'm going to follow the line exactly.
This direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
So we got to zigzag that way.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Up that way, as requested. Okay, chat. Watch this area. Watch this. See those stairs right there? See the stairs. Keep on watching. Where did this come from? What? Look. Ooh. It is whacked out. Okay, this is new. This is new. What? Employee 432 peer reviews? I saw on the whiteboard earlier that they were going to fire 432. I think they already did. So I think that's like an inside joke.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, chat. It is up to you to memorize every single detail about this fern. Okay? You gotta remember everything while I'm pouring some root beer in a glass. Okay, chat has said the fern is green, is leafy, organic, nature, multiple leaves, breathing, needs to be watered, and 3-dimensional. Okay, I think you guys might pass this test. Let's go. Zigzag. Ooh. Watcha, wow.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, yeah, I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Want to mute my mic for a second? Okay, I sneezed. Oh, man. Okay, so... Whoa, what in the world? My mouse kind of moved for me. Interesting. Okay, keep on following. Following. Ah,
Oh, no,
we're
no,
back in
no,
here.
no, not again, Line. How could
Loudest
you have
sneeze in
done
the
this to
world.
us? And
Oh.
after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay, I just want to know what that between 218 and 250 was. Okay, well I just restarted again.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent
Everything.
people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Ooh. Okay, go in here.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay, so I think the story should be Stanley, the narrator, and Dua Lipa.
Oh, no, not you again.
Tea party.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay, not going to acknowledge it. I already left. Okay.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Decision.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Okay.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Look, okay, so we are...
That's really how all this goes?
We're right here. Find the confusing ending schedule.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget?
All this has happened.
Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this.
Wow.
I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
Here.
How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
No.
Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh, okay. Okay. Sad enough to say that right there was the confusing ending. You know what? This is Ultra Deluxe, and I always wanted the actual complete ending, like just to see it. But I don't think it is. I think that was it. I think that was the confusing ending. It was long. I'm pretty sure that timer that you saw was actually in-game timer. So that, I think that took me 18 minutes to complete, maybe. I'm not for sure.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh shoot. I'm trying to remember. Oh wait, I do. Yeah, I'm gonna do the video game ending. What?
Oh, new content?
What?
What does that mean, new content?
What? New content? This is Ultra Deluxe right here. Okay guys, because I never played the Ultra Deluxe before, so I did not know this was gonna happen. What?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
And a good job.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay. Guys, I'm excited about this.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet,
No,
but I'm sure
special.
it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it
Oh, I was
broken?
about to say, do I have
What's
to
going
press
on
it?
here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or, oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Can we get this ending more than once? Is this a new content ending?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
No. Wait. Okay, so one thing about this game, in the 2013 Stanley Parable, there was a achievement that you can get that's called can't jump or something like that, where you could not, like, the game, like usually the space bar is your jump in a lot of the keyboard games, and if you keep on pressing space bar, like if you're trying to jump, you got the achievement. Because, like, I'm pressing right now, I'm not jumping. I bet if I step in the circle, I might start jumping. I was right. Oh my word. They actually brought jumping into the game. I'm pressing it. I'm pressing it. What? They actually did that. I can't jump anymore. That was all. That was all.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, it'd be in the next room, I guess. That's actually funny that they reference the achievement you can get.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
No,
It's
no,
just
that was really funny.
elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Actually,
if this
yeah.
is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
I'm not ready, guys. I'm not ready. Because that jumping one was so funny, and I'm glad that they brought jumping into the game.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed up on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Oh no.
What do you say, friend?
I knew it. Once he said like, let's go back to ways, the things, back where it used to be, stuff like that. I knew the whole, like, everything's just gonna be different from now on. I think the game wanted you to do like a few of the old endings, just like, oh, it's better graphics. That's it. But no, it is an entire new game. Okay, so I don't even know what to write down. And let me bring up Fern. Fern may be brought back up because I don't even know about this game anymore. But in the 2013 game, the Fern was never mentioned again. They had that line to look at the Fern and to memorize it and study it, but they didn't do anything else. The Fern will probably come back. Oh my goodness, it has a picture of where you're supposed to be right now. That's actually amazing. Oh, I got the achievement you can't jump. So yeah, that was the old achievement and they brought that back. Thank goodness.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
What? What? The vent? What? What is this? Because that was an entire new room. They never had a vent in the old game. In the OG. I guess I can call it OG. And add the OG.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Okay.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
What in the world? What is this? This is not like the old game.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
I wonder if the Fern is like massive. Okay. Anything over here to interact with? You kind of have to interact with things just to see.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with
Aw.
a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video
2013.
games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh, okay, so this picture right here, see, I can go through stuff, so, like, you chat can understand the game. So, this picture I'm looking at right now, that was the old Freedom ending. That's what it looked like. Like, this time it was kind of, had a lot more, like, detail to it. These are some of the magazines you can find throughout the offices. Ooh, collector's edition. That's kind of cool. That's a picture of the offices up there. So some of these... The Stanley Parable by the narrator. Our First Kiss, My First Car, the release of the Stanley Parable in 2013. Oh my word. The original remake. Wow. This is good times. Pictures of just random spots of the offices. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts awarded to the Stanley Parable. Audience Award, the Stanley Parable 2014 Independent Games Festival. Okay, let's keep on going. The Stanley Parable Alpha Test. What could happen? A trip down memory lane. First the holler. Oh yeah, I also have the Stanley Parable demo. Go outside, don't play the... I actually got that. I have that achievement. I didn't play the game for 5 years. Actually, I don't think I've ever gotten that one. I don't know how to get that. You may have to click on the achievement. I don't know. Okay, that's kind of cool. Like the award, like the nominations and awards in like that got in the game. Okay. Ooh, that picture up there is from another ending. I don't know what they call it though. It's an ending where Stanley goes insane. Oh, okay. There's more. It's like stables. What is this? In loving memory of little Stanley. Aww. Oh, I bet that was probably a worker's pet that passed away during production of the game.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
You know, I will say about this though, that I know it's kind of just making jokes, but honestly, I think the Stanley Parable is a lot more because they would not have made Ultra Deluxe, since a game that came out in 2013. I think with the big enough fan base, 9 years later, I mean, they would not have done it. There are even bigger series and companies that have a bigger fan base, but they have not done anything with their games since. So, I think the Stanley Parable is a lot more. Okay, that's my little talking. The tasteful nostalgia. It was good. Oh yeah, see, look, Minecraft was in the game. They actually had Minecraft. And Portal. They also had Portal. That surprised me when I first... Ooh. What's that? What's down here? What is that? What is that whistle? I hear a whistle. Kinda scared that might be like a jump scare down there. Ah, there's an action figure of Stanley, and I think her name is Mariella. Person of the year. Ooh, it looks like coding. Oh, not even coding. I kind of go back down there and just... Oh, it's birds. Okay. Ooh, what is it? Oh. Oh, the buttons you see in the game. Dressing. For Scott. Okay. Oh yeah, they must have like sold some... Oh, cool, a tie? I would love to have a Stanley Parable tie. The end is never the end is never the end.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
I think so.
It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Okay. Oh, it looks like they put in, like, stuff that they used to build the game. Carpet textures. Ooh, the series room. Wait, shoot, I forgot how do you get to... Oh, I don't think I've ever gotten it. But I think the series room, you had to actually, like, try to, like, hack into the game. I think. I could be wrong. It can be wrong, but I think you had to hack into the game. Do we go this way?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Oh! Maintenance room. I was going to say, we can fix the memories.
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh, the drink machine from the
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
Steam reviews.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Probably not.
Honestly,
oh no!
I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Good grief, this is a lot more open. Oh my goodness, that would be funny seeing your review. just that guy, like the guy who wrote that probably like in 2013, and he's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try out this game. This, you know what? I didn't like it at first, but, and then all of a sudden you just see your review. Okay, I don't know where to go. I've never. Okay, I'm probably in there, but let's just keep on going. I kind of just want to look around, because who knows? I don't know. This may be the only time you go through this. It may be like, oh, here's the content. Oh, you're not seeing this again. I don't think that would happen. I mean, I think you can restart games. Not recommended, but you can't see who wrote it. Oh, well, that's a recommended. I recommend the game. I'll just tell you guys right now. I recommend the OG. I also recommend this. Not even completely finished, but I recommend it.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No.
You wouldn't tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel
2016, 3
like
years
a
after the
failure.
game.
Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Nothing out here. And things with this game, I guarantee none of those are made up reviews. This is probably one of the coolest, because this whole thing is breaking the fourth wall. My lights just turned off. The power didn't go out, or I wouldn't be streaming right now. Is the umbrella the logo to the game? No. So the logo of the game is a picture of it. You see it in the paintings when you go to the boss's office, but it's it's like a suit. It's like a guy wearing a suit with a red tie. That's the logo. I really don't know what the umbrella is. Here, I'm gonna turn my light on. Computer room on. Okay, why didn't want it like that? I had blue lights on. Sorry guys. Give me a second. That's weird. I think the umbrella was I don't remember. I have to look, but I thought it said like keep dry. I think it was like packages that you had to keep dry. Okay, let me change my lighting back, because I kind of like the lighting. I don't know why it turned off. Okay, they're all back. I don't know what happened. Like the power didn't go out. Okay, let's
What's
see what
this one got
is.
to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Sure, 100K on my YouTube. 100K subscribers on my YouTube. We'll have a room reveal. I don't want to. I actually enjoy his narration.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot.
Okay,
I'll
you did
pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people.
I'm gonna listen. I'm
and
not
if the
gonna
people
do it.
want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable
I'm
monologue.
sorry,
and
chat.
it goes
We're
something like
listening
this.
to it.
The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it
I
is,
feel like
so
this
on
is
and
it.
so forth,
Like,
until
you know-
inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible
wonder
to
how much
manufacture.
the
It went
actor
on
had
for
to
nearly 10,000
say.
years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no,
okay, so
until
I see what what's doing
245.
now.
That the
I think
logic
it-
of
I think
elimination
it had a
working
big,
backwards,
huge
the deduction
thing,
therefore becomes
and
impossible to manufacture.
gonna
It
keep on-
went
it's
on
like
for
a
nearly
audio loop.
10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and
I
back,
bet this
and
is
never
a-
a moment before
I bet you
lunchtime.
have to click it. I
Can't
bet the
be. It's
game
the only
like,
thing
tells
there
you.
is. How many
So-
billions
sometimes
left
you
until
want to
so
do
much more than
something against
forever
it,
ago?
like,
Which is
you-
why
like, you
I
have to do
say,
it.
the story and the choices.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of
Funny things I heard.
unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
Yeah, but I heard it
Of
twice,
course,
though,
I
so-
happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations.
It was
Not
pretty
that,
good.
of course,
I
you
liked
need
it.
a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what
He
you
did
think.
eat.
Okay,
He
so
ate-
my
he ate a
theory
lot.
is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say,
Okay,
if by
okay.
articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander
Okay, I think
sort
this
of
would be
tone?
another
It has a
time you're supposed to use
mouthfeel
the
that is
button.
rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method
Oh,
for exactly
my
this
word.
sort of situation.
Manifesto.
And I do find myself in this situation frequently.
Manifesto
I'm going to say
gang.
each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor.
Ooh.
It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley.
I hope
It's rescued me from
Manifesto
disaster in
wins.
countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. 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 Treatise,
I think
manifesto.
treatise is
Treatise,
I'm more
manifesto. Treatise,
because how he's saying it.
manifesto.
Like
Treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto,
Like,
treatise,
I don't know.
manifesto,
Has that
treatise,
zest to
manifesto,
it.
treatise,
Treatise
manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto,
Yo,
treatise, manifesto,
I bet you have to click it.
treatise, manifesto, treatise,
He's never gonna get tired.
manifesto, treatise, manifesto,
I wonder
treatise,
if there's
manifesto, treatise, manifesto,
an
treatise,
achievement.
manifesto, treatise,
Okay.
manifesto,
Okay,
treatise,
chat. Do you want me to click the
manifesto,
skip button? Because
treatise,
I think it's an audio
manifesto,
loop.
treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto,
I can click it.
treatise,
Click in 30 seconds. Okay.
treatise,
So at that,
manifesto,
yeah. I'll wait.
treatise,
I'll look at. I'm watching
manifesto,
my
treatise,
stream
manifesto,
manager right now.
treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise,
Yeah, look,
manifesto,
I don't know if you just saw
treatise,
that,
manifesto,
but
treatise,
the subtitles
manifesto,
kind of blinked,
treatise,
so I bet it's like
manifesto,
just a loop.
treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise.
Okay, that is
manifesto,
a 30 seconds. It's been probably like 2 minutes.
manifesto. Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute
don't
I
like doing
start to
that,
go
no.
off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
I love how
Perhaps
how this
that would have been the
whole
smart thing to
content
check
is
on
breaking
before I
the
went
fourth
about
wall.
this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular
I feel like
review
this is
so
another
that it reads
review.
as something more beneficial.
Another ramble.
Something along the lines of, this game is the best game.
I don't know.
Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
What? What just happened? What happened? Oh, wait, okay. Idea, maybe? I wonder if, because this whole thing, you're supposed to be using the skip button. That's the whole purpose of it. I wonder, since we have not, I wonder if they just ran out of audio. I think at one point they may have even forgotten, because that just ended. Like, subtitles didn't even finish his last sentence that he spoke. I just wonder if you're supposed to click it way before that. Okay, I'm gonna click it. Because...
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means.
They're breaking the fourth wall.
Really
We're
so
breaking
much
the
I
other
can
fourth
ramble
wall.
on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we
We're
not
breaking the
press
fifth
the button
wall.
again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't
Yes,
there a
the
door
is
that led
gone.
into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't
You're right.
think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to
There's a ladder
please
and
step
a...
away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just
we gotta
ram
click it
your
again.
way
Press it
through a
again.
wall?
Press it again.
Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until...
Okay.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley.
Okay, chat,
There's
just
no
let me know
door.
when I should
There's
press the
just
button
you
again.
And the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no
Just tell me
idea how
when.
long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button
Skip.
again. I can't control anything. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're
Oh my
back.
gosh, the light's dead.
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been
2
sitting here
weeks?
all that time. Just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe,
Okay, it
Stanley,
feels like
maybe, if you can hear
You
me,
have to keep on pressing
then maybe
it. Skip. Got it.
means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction.
Hold on.
Was I scared of that all along?
Okay.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
They turned the button
I
off.
have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
After
Have you
a
ever
year?
sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed
It's been
opportunities.
over a
I felt
year.
nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
Good grief, I think we'll be dead
Months.
after the next
I
skip.
lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
Oh my
And when
lord.
that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
Yeah, I'm surprised
all
Stanley's
of them
not dead,
collapsed
but
down
not
into a
food.
single instant. In
Unless
that
it's kinda like,
instant, I could see myself
like-
clearly, calmly,
like
with a
freezing.
collected heart. It was an impossibly rich
Like you freeze
wellspring of
yourself.
both delight and disgust.
Like the skip kind of
simultaneously.
freezes you.
I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular
Interesting.
outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a
wonder how
strand
long this
in the
is.
web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment.
I wonder if we
both
never
singular
skipped it and heard him
infinite. For the longest time,
throughout.
this was
I
my
just wonder how
experience.
long
And then
this is.
this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known
Okay,
crept
chat.
into my
Whenever
mind. And
you're
it
ready
is
for a
this
skip,
sensation
just let me
that
know.
I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible.
Skip.
I have been waiting for you.
Uh-huh.
Not that you might save me or do
Okay.
something.
door back? Hello? I think we have to press it again? Skip. The clock is gone. Oh! Oh, remember, there's no more air. Okay. Yeah, cause that was like the vent, and it was kind of like rusty that last skip, and now I think this right here is indicating that there is no oxygen, or oxygen levels are low. Yeah, let me skip. I think the narrator
But they didn't
died.
understand the game
never
was
mind.
never meant to be funny. It was
He's
meant to have a
back.
point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to
back.
leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As
we
though
pick
there
up
were
this?
no consequences for a lack of
Can we use this?
cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to
does.
nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes!
I wonder if the clock is still
Yes!
ticking.
It seems that this is now the world we live in. It
It's
seems
not.
that we
Well,
are a
it stopped
people
at
living in such
1:55.
bleakness and discomfort with
12:55,
ourselves
12:55.
that our entertainment is now our lives.
Skip.
It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we...
I wonder why. Wait. What is that coming from? Water. I bet a few more skips and the maybe like a hole in the ceiling might come in, like with water damage. 'Cause I can't pick up here. Yeah, I feel like that there's water, like maybe like a busted pipe in the ceiling, and that we might get a hole, like there's like a bigger hole growing. Here, I want to skip.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
There's a lot more water.
Is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
Okay.
the end, is never
Yep.
the end.
Okay, so I think I got it right. I think there's gonna be a hole.
End is never the end.
Okay,
is
so
never
let me
the
skip
end, is
because
never
yeah,
the
this is
end.
definitely an audio loop. A bit more. Good grief! Honestly, this would have been a lot Oh, this would have probably taken like an hour or so if you just heard his entire monologue through each skip. Yep, called it. Oh, no, but the ladder's gone. The ladder fell over. I thought... Okay, I think this might just be a skip then. Because I thought the narrator would have said something by now. Yeah, let me just quickly kind of like scan. Just kind of... I can't pick that up. Okay, let me just click the skip button then. I thought. Ah. Haha. Is there a way to get up there? Is this a way? Okay, we may have to do it a few more times, I bet. Because I don't know how to climb. Because I don't think there's a climbing option. Oh, guys, it's the fern! They're back! Oh my goodness, they had babies or something. I don't know. How many years had... Because I don't know how long ferns grow. Or especially, look at that. It's been a few years. Oh yeah, I guess never mind. Hold on, because it gets longer and longer, and at one point it was just a year. We must be like at decades now. Okay, another skip. Oh. Okay, I wonder if we're at centuries or something. Oh my word! I really like that fern era. I don't like the noises I am hearing. Okay, we are skipping. Oh no, I can't get back to the button. Skip. Nope, I cannot. That noise. Hey, look, a hole. But the room has entirely... I forgot this used to be in water. Wait, is this smoke this direction? Okay, yeah, we're gonna walk this way. Wait, what am I even doing? Let me look around the box first. It feels like that would have been the best thing. I don't know where to even go. Never mind. Ah. Don't. If I'm back in the... Well then.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Was that the entire
what could
ending?
it mean?
Wait, what
Stanley
would you call
decided
that
to go to the
ending?
meeting room.
The new
Perhaps he had
content
simply
ending?
missed a
I'm
memo.
gonna write new content. Just so you know, sometimes I go a little slow in games. I'm at the hour and 24 mark. 1 hour and 24 minutes. I've only done 3 endings. The freedom, confusing, and that new content. And things though, it could be different. I could be walking in here something will be out of the ordinary or something. Wait, what if new content is back? Oh, no. New content? Okay, you know what? I'm going in. I'm going back in.
Oh, good. You notice my sign.
Ah, yes.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh my word. Okay, so we had the new content ending. Now this will be the new content. Oh my word. This is amazing. We gotta keep on going. Okay. Just making sure there's nothing.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa. Hello.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
The end is never the end. Again for 2-7. Welcome, Investor Showcase. Stanley Parable 2.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now
Yeah, keep
that's
dry.
an
Okay,
artistic
the umbrella.
statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Man, this is mind-boggling. Yeah, these graphics are top-notch. Like that plant. Very nice plant. What? Oh, these doors opened. Okay. Kind of look around. Carry meeting at 2 p.m. They're back. 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old plus busted. New hotness. Boring section of the chart. Cool red section of the chart. 5 2s. 1 plus 1 is 2. Minus 1 is. Okay. More TSP better. More of the Stanley Parable better. The Stanley Parable win-win. Sequential mind share. Paradigm shift. Synergy. Brick and mortar approach. Envelope. Client-centric marketing. Color red. Okay. And number 2 is higher than 1. Oh, look, guys, look, the fern is back, but there's 2 ferns. Oh my goodness, they did this on Google Slides. That is amazing. Okay, keep on going. Kind of doing this a little bit faster. But I kind of still want to look
Now,
around.
to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2. Portal 2 is pretty good. I will give him credit. Nice. This is a show floor, okay. Go this way. Oh my.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay, the Stanley Parable 2 exclusive. The button that says your name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game. Okay.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
Okay.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Oh.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh. This is... What is that? Don't know what that says. Okay. Well.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
Oh, that,
Here,
yeah.
let's have you
works.
role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
My name's Jim.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply
Jim.
become a person named Jim.
I'm Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Sleeping and waking as Jim,
Okay.
falling in love and being heartbroken as
Jim.
Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply?
Yes.
Are you really, truly Jim
I am
right
Jim.
now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I feel like a Jim. I am a Jim.
Jim. Yes! You see? What a thrill!
Yes.
What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim. Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the
Jim.
only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
What? Why did it just phase through? Oh, wait, I bet it's down here. I bet it's down here. I bet it's down here. Maybe? Yes? Where is it? Right here. Jim? Oh, why would I think that the Jim button would have been down here? Oh, man. Okay, well. That's pretty cool. Maybe the Jim button might, like, show up.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Oh! That changed! The button that says Jim? Oh, that is cool. This is cool. What is this? This is... please, no screenshots. A whole new office. Ooh, I like that carpeting. Red is the new orange. New update, ray trace more. Okay, new features, new ideas. The button that says the name of the player that jump circle. Infinite hole. There's also bucket. Let's just go in here for now. Why is there so much?
You know what? let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Oh. Okay, so if you do not jump on the first one, I bet you would have... Man, okay. Well, so I'm learning things now. Free, new, and easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. Okay, I kind of want to go... I kind of want to stay... What is this? Please no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Oh, okay. Okay, chat, you decide. Get Well Someday or Happy 12th Birthday Stepniece? Happy 12th, okay.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
What? Man, okay. What?
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Why, these changed. Something the outside has balloons now. Okay, I don't want to do the bucket yet. Let's go over here. What's over here? I saw new content. Ooh, see, I would actually get this merch. Okay, let's go back. Let's go find the infinite hole. I don't want to do the... Oh, exits that way? Okay, I don't want to do that. Okay, if we're at 5, this map... It would be up here, then? Collect them all. I'm not ready for this yet. Never mind, I found it. Infinite hole. Okay, because I went a little further. I didn't go far enough. Time and depth? Opening. Infinity. More infinity. More infinity.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Well, bon voyage. I'm gonna watch.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Should I do it, or should we wait?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is.
Yeah,
Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, The infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're
they didn't die.
unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Okay. I think I'm going to teleport now.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
That's pretty fun, pretty fun. Might try that again. Okay, so we've done the hole, we've done the gym button. There was something else. Oh, the bucket. Ooh, achievement. Let's do the. Yeah, I guess we can try to get the achievement now. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Okay.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Trying to. I thought maybe if you like can expand it, it might like loosen up or something. The other way. Interesting. Okay, I feel like there's something more about this, and I'll get to that maybe later. Oh no. Psych, we're going back in. Nope, never mind, okay. I tried. I failed. So I did that.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
This one. I like looked at it and then...
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh my word. Where am I? Oh. Oh. Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Jump circle. Already did jump circle. I'm not done the bucket yet. Oh, the mostly infinite hole. Okay, I think it's time for the bucket. Yeah, let's go back in. Just to see if,
Come now,
You've already made your choice. It's true
I'm
that
sorry.
you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Thank you, narrator. Okay, the reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
I want it.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh, thank you.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, well.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I need to find the Stanley collectibles. I assume they're just in the Stanley Parable? Stanley Parable 2 and not throughout the rest of the game, I guess? I don't know. I kind of just search around. Okay. Is Jim gonna be back? Jim is not back. Okay, well, it looks like there is no Stanley idol. I thought there would be. I was kind of hoping for one to be in there. Oh, wait, I have not been in here.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. Ooh, wait, I haven't been upstairs yet. Ooh, wait, it keeps on going up. Ooh, wait, what's up here? Settings World Champion? What does that mean? Settings? Settings World Champion. Oh, I have no clue. I thought going to the settings would have been it. You know what? I think I might. Anything to deal with here. Okay, where are the figures? Okay, I'm gonna take the bucket down to the pit. I think it might need a little ride. see what happens when you take the bucket down the hole. But first, is there any figures? Unless you have to collect them.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right.
Okay,
The problem
we're
is
taking
you.
this.
The problem
taking
is
it
that
down.
you like holes too much. Not normal. A
Taking the
normal
bucket down
person
with me.
would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yeah,
I couldn't help
look,
but
it
feel
seemed-
like you
that's even
spent a
bigger.
little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once
Yeah,
again
much
there's
shorter.
nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep on jumping in because yeah, look, I remember the first time I went down there, it was like a pinpoint of light.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Okay, I'm gonna walk out, guys. Oh, I fell.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing.
gonna
What's
keep on
going
going.
on here?
But it's gonna keep on
Stanley,
getting shorter and
I
shorter.
have no explanation for the
Until it's
uncertain
just
nature of the hole's
a
length.
floor.
Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a
Oh,
hole at this
my
point.
word.
It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just
get
do
out.
whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
No.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Oh yeah. I feel like the noise is back. What's going on? Oh my word. It's going down. Hello? How far does this go down now? Oh my word. Change your perception? Stanley has a better face. This is kind of mushy last time. Change.
It seems you had sort of dozed off there,
Whoa,
drifting away into dreamland.
That was
but we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it.
What was
you
that?
don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
It's gonna happen again. Or not. What's happening? Oh, I'm back. What to do, what to do.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay, chat. Should I go back to the hole? Go back to the hole. Okay. Yeah, that's where I counted. Yeah. See, that's the exit, but I don't go to the exit yet. That was interesting with all of that. I mean, no. Oh, you can't even interact with it. What? Okay. Oh, wait, I have the bucket now. I wonder if I have enough strength to turn it. I want the achievement. I have bucket strength now. I wonder how you're supposed to do this. I said I wasn't gonna look up anything. Anything back this way? Okay, interesting that it allowed you back here. Okay, time is it? Okay, it's 2:02 in the morning for me. I may call it shortly. Oh, this is blocked off. Okay. See, I don't want to exit quite right now. I mean, I'll see what's up there. I do not want to quit yet.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
No, I guess. Ooh. I don't know where they will be, but I I don't know if I can just quit. I have to keep on going, I think. I bet I can come back. I'm just gonna go in here then. I gotta keep
So, Stanley,
going.
what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere.
tired.
Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better.
I
feel
did
good
see
about
2
this.
idols down
Here we
there,
go.
so...
Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait,
Yeah.
maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and
Whoa.
simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Yeah?
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh my word. Begin the game? I feel like there's no stopping point. I gotta keep on playing this.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
No, it's not.
Stanley worked for a company in
Oh,
a big
there's
building
balloons.
where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then
Well,
one
Stanley was
day,
happy.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
not
call a
his-
meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm kind of curious on what's gonna happen.
All of his co-workers
Okay.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
was
meeting room. Perhaps he had
Sunday.
simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes, we need the bucket. Ah, okay, so there is no content.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'll do that. I will actually follow the directions.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Stanley in the bucket. That's what it should have been called, Stanley in the bucket.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
Aww.
The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
2845, got it. 2845.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Let's
Yes,
go.
this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh, and yeah, this was that's like the logo of the game. Is that picture of the guy in a suit?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember,
Hey.
no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Cool. I'm glad I got one. I wonder if there is a whole bunch in different endings. Well, no, because there's only 6, so I wonder if there's 4 in the different endings.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
You say that now, but we will not. I do not like that.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, I could go there. Yeah, I'll do what it told us to do.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with
Okay,
television screens.
I gotta find.
What horrible secret did this place
350?
hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
One had like the glitchy name, the glitchy.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being
is that one up
videotaped,
there?
monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything
glitchy.
like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What
I
kinds
hope not.
of things does
I
a bucket
hope
want to do
not.
or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Aww.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with
Okay, I wanna make
emotions,
sure that there's
happy
no-
or sad or content. Walking, eating,
No,
working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past
see
began to sink in,
any idols
Stanley decided that this machinery
collect.
would never again exert its terrible power over another
Okay.
human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Yeah.
They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
And the bucket made a sassy comment.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
Oh, let's go.
Was it over?
No, it's never over because the bucket are good friends.
Yes! They had done it! Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley
really?
wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and...
What?
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the
What?
door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
What?
Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, or go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped.
Going on?
Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, clerk? Okay. Okay.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Yes. Yes.
Understood. Your order will be canceled immediately. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
No, wait, I wanted it. Okay. Oh, clerk. Oh. Cash up this one too. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna pick up the bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a
And
wave
I'm going
of
to
comfort
do, so I started with
rushed
the freedom
over
ending,
him.
and I done the confusing ending, and that was
Stanley
completely
clutched
different.
the bucket tightly to his
I'm gonna do
chest
the confusing
and
ending
entered the door
again.
on his left.
So just to see how those differ, and then
This
after
was
that, I'm
not the
gonna
correct
call it.
way to the meeting room,
Call that
but
for a
Stanley
screen.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee
And
lounge
then
was simply the place to
tomorrow,
be.
well, tomorrow. Today,
And here
Saturday,
it was. Had the
will
bucket turned
have
out to
another
be
stream.
correct? Was this no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
I'm sorry, I didn't
Stanley
listen.
took the
I
door on
wanted
his
this
left
done.
to go back to the meet, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
No. You go down. We going down. We yelling timber.
Oh, good Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
This doesn't lead to the confusing ending.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
Oh, the fern.
Yes, I know
Fern.
I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Okay, before I go on, just to clarify. So yeah, all these are like from the original. You have the Broom Closet, which was really funny. The narrator thought you died and was making fun of you. His computer, of course. The fern, as you have met before. The baby is from the game's ending, where you have to play that game for 4 hours from saving the baby from fire. And this mannequin was your wife. Wife. Let me just rephrase it. Wife. The narrator tricked you, thinking that you had a wife. And some pictures. Okay, I'm gonna follow the line, because that's what he wants me to do.
Whee! Look at that wagging line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
I love that this music.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
No. Whoa. We are going downhill. We are going downhill fast. Look at that.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True,
word.
it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Maybe.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
Yes, can you?
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Bucket. You are the best thing
Now listen to me.
that's ever
It's
happened.
crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows.
No.
That is its singular
wait, I might
personality
keep the
trait.
bucket.
Sure, I can
keep the
hear you
bucket.
saying, how does
Maybe.
a character with only one personality trait
Because-
deserve to join the
because
pantheon of
office-
beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you
Oh.
see, if you were to really
Oh.
explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans
Yes.
will be clamoring for
Oh.
after this.
Oh.
Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to
I
hurry
do
and
it? Should I
feed
do
it.
it? Should I do
We
it?
can't get
Bucket,
back to the
bucket or no
classic
bucket?
Stanley
Bucket or no
Parable
bucket? Keep the
characters
bucket.
like the
I can keep
Adventure
the
Line or
bucket.
the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Oh. Oh my word.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential.
My goodness.
We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
That was the Stanley Parable 2 all along. It wasn't about Stanley. It's about the Bucket Crusher. It was the Bucket Crusher. The Bucket Destroyer. We were all the Bucket Destroyer. I kind of want to do that one again, but feed him the bucket. I don't know. I did say after that one I will. Okay. Yeah. Because I've been streaming for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Oh, dear Mike, that's the longest time I've streamed. Okay, well. If you have enjoyed this, I hope you've had. Chat, thank you for being so entertaining for this. It has been great. I will be playing this again in less than 24 hours. It's funny, I was going to play Sonic on Wednesday, Sonic Frontiers, but my Elgato wasn't working, and so I was like, you know what, I haven't played the Stanley Parable in a while, so I was playing the Stanley Parable, and I loved it, and I'm glad I got back into it, because I got this game, and I'm enjoying every second of it, because, oh my word, it is completely different from the first one, and I love it. So if you are interested in watching me keep on playing this, it's still my first playthrough because I haven't completed the entire game yet. Come back, follow me on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is @NoEditWonders, or is it @no_edit_wonders? I don't know. You'll find it. It's NoEditWonders. But yeah, so I should be streaming sometime today on Saturday, Eastern time. If you're not on that time zone, Eastern time. But yeah, and with that here, let me actually. The sequel's now paused. I like that. Okay, and with that, I bid you guys all a farewell, a good night, a good morning, whenever you're watching this. But I'll see you guys shortly. Soon. Not really shortly. Hours. See you soon. Bye.